Hi guys, Cargrash here, and today, I'm kind of a little bit late. I'm gonna admit it. I know I'm supposed to do the creative videos on Monday. Things kind of got a little out of hand, and the new work schedule didn't help. So, yeah, that didn't happen. So I'm gonna try and make up for it with a video for today. Though the whole work schedule thing is going to be coming up here again pretty soon, so I decided I would go over some markers here and see what they're like, because I've heard that all you need for, a good marker is usually a good brush tip, and these say they are brush tip markers. They're water based, so I have seen stuff like the Sargent Art markers that some people say are pretty good for, kind of a kid's art supply. I had gotten these a long while ago. I don't know if they're still available to be purchased or not. But yeah, we'll give them a go. I remember having a set of these once before and actually liking them. I don't know what happened to them. But yeah, when I saw them go on sale and at Walmart, I decided to pick them up again. Huh. There's absolutely no markings on the barrel itself, which is kind of bad. At least the color name would have been nice, but apparently not. Apparently we don't get that. So let's just actually... Oh boy. That's a bit of a mess. Is this a gray? Or are you black? I don't like where this is going already. But I guess we shouldn't judge a book by its cover. I'm gonna try and find black. I'm not saying it'll be the best color, but we need something to line with, right? Oh, also, quick side note. I know this is more of an art video, but I do have a program selected for the whole game creating side of the channel. I'm going to be working with Click Team Fusion. If I hadn't mentioned that once before or not, but I still need to work on it. Still need to kind of figure out the engine before I try and make any sort of commenting or maybe even tutorial on how to use it. Let's see here. I mean, it lays down alright. Pretty solidly. It doesn't feel like it's eating at the paper immediately. Yeah, anyway, gonna be working on Click Team Fusion stuff, and I'll get to you guys with that as soon as I can. But for now, this should be a dark gray. That felt like it was pulling up the paper already. Oh, nope. Yep, already pulling up paper. Well, that's not good. This is decent cardstock too. It's a, I think it's a 10 pound. Guess you can only do a few passes of it, so it doesn't tear into it. So far the colors look pretty nice. The 3 shades of black. What is this? This is a kind of a pinky red. Oh, it darkens really quickly. And that brush tip doesn't really flex as much as a brush tip. It's more like it looks like a brush, but it's not. Example. See, it doesn't really flex. It just the tip flexes ever so slightly, but the rest of it just kind of presses. But I mean, it lays down nice color, and it does have a point, a really fine point, so you could, in theory, get some really fine details. I'm trying to stay hopeful here. But it's not looking good. Not. Camera. Stay in focus. Don't do this to me. Ooh. It's a nice deep red, or deep purple. Camera, can I get you to just work with me here? Just a little bit. Configure video. No autofocus, because that has no idea what it wants to do with its life. There we go. No autofocus. And while it has good color laydown, not knowing which colors to name them is kind of a problem. This is just not going so well. I like that teal though. This is supposed to be a dark blue. Yeah, I'd say that's a dark blue. But the problem I'm noticing, maybe it's the same with all the water-based markers, that the moment you go over it a second time, it darkens immediately, and the rest of it is still pretty light. Just as an example, like, we're gonna have to try and hold this up to the camera and hope for the best. Nope, it's not gonna do it. Not gonna do it, Captain. I will try and make a better, larger example. I already finished that one. Maybe when people were saying that all you need is a good brush tip, they probably meant like, I don't know, an actual brush, not this this fake thing. Alright. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. See, it got really dark really quickly, and it looks like with a single pass it's really light. That's kind of what I'm getting at. I mean, at least you can see that example. But I am going to finish swatching them. Always gotta swatch out your colors, because maybe you'll find a nice color that you really like, and maybe you'll save that one marker, because you'll never find an exact duplicate of that color again. And yeah, we'll roll with that. I like that kind of... I mean, we kind of already got this color. I mean, this is slightly more blue, and this is slightly more yellow. And then there's another teal here. So we got 3 teals. I don't know why we got so many teals. Now that I'm looking at it, these purples are really close. And this one's got slightly more red. The oranges, they're... I wonder if that was they were just running out of colors, or if they were just trying to make it where you could blend a little better, which we'll have to try. That's another purple. That is like a dark violet. Well, these are more magenta, and that's more of a violet. Another dark purple. That's ever so slightly warmer than that. Oh, that's a nice brown. Not the best brown, but it's a nice brown. Oh, see, I went out a little over, and now we've got a really dark patch and a really light patch. This is not the greatest. I can see why I probably eventually decided to toss these out after initially liking them for a little bit. And so far, the rest actually aren't tearing up the paper too badly. These 2 tore up paper, and the dark gray tore up paper, but maybe that was me going over them too many times. That's a really... It's either a really dark green, which I wouldn't have guessed it from the cap. The cap does not look dark green. Oh, and even this lighting is not helping. This is much more yellow in real life. Yeah, that got really dark really quickly. So, not so sure about that one either. Not really sure about any of these. No. That's a little redder than this, but they look almost identical again. Ever so slight change. I mean, then again, Copic has like what, 400 colors, I bet, and some of them are so close to each other you can just use one over the other. That one's a little more pink, than these guys. Not as pink as that. That looks very pink. Come on, last few. Another green. I mean, at least I guess they cover their bases. Get you lots of greens, lots of pinks, lots of purples, lots of blues. That's a really light green. We got something a little bit different. Huh. Oh no. Catastrophe has struck. That's what I get for piling up everything on one side. What to do? What to do? I think a bit of a blending test is in order. See if they actually blend together, if they just layer on top. Which ones to try and layer together? That's that dark Payne's grayish blue. This oh, that's a light green. That's a teal cap, like super blue teal cap. Oh boy, I should have definitely set these aside. Kept them for. Okay, so we got a blue. We got one of the blues I thought would be good to use for this. What is this one? That's a purple, even though the cap is blue. There we go. Really simple blending test. We can actually see if it can do anything of the sort. Trying to do this in such a way that it doesn't just destroy the paper when I go over it. Because if you go over it too many times with the water-based solution, it will just tear through that paper and there is absolutely no blending happening. I can see. Well, maybe a little bit. I might have lied. So, I mean, it sort of blends a little bit, but you have to be so gentle. You have to be so gentle with this product. Makes me wonder if the Sargent art is any better. Because that one's at least been around a lot longer. And I am not sure the last time I saw these ones for sale from Leisure Art. Yeah, that blended pretty well. Goes from a purpley blue to a teal. So it took me a little bit to find what I was going to be drawing today for the actual, testing out the markers. But I finally settled on one of the rats from Ratropolis. If any of you have no idea what that is, welcome to my channel. I don't want to say I play the game a lot, but I play the game a fair bit, and this is actually my even though I just recently won with the Shaman leader, the Builder leader is still my favorite, even though I've yet to win with him. So I looked up online to find an image of him, and right now they just have. I'm just borrowing the image from the, like, if you were to load up the game and get to selecting the leader, this is the image you'd see, though much better done, because I'm I'm horrible at actually drawing. But hey, I guess that's why you practice, right? Oh, his hand is so messed up. I messed up. Let's straighten out that hand. Lift that knuckle a little bit. Problem is they're doing some foreshortening stuff, and I am not about any of that. Little pink eraser cap. Not eraser cap, but they like go ham and cheese on the whole him being a builder and having all the carpenter tools and all that stuff. The pencil's a little small, but you know what? We don't have a whole bunch more time to worry about details. But I wanted to show a little bit more of the drawing process, and I had forgotten that after I found him, I did not hit record again, so this is what we're going with. I'm going to be very sad when these markers don't perform. And I am left with a picture that's, I mean, I already know my rendition isn't going to look that great because I'm not good at drawing. At least not yet, anyway. Eventually, I plan to practice more. But we will see how well that goes. Then there's, what kind of sucks is they've got, the image I'm going from is like straight out of the game, and they have a block of text sitting right over all his extra tools and whatnot. So that really sucks. But I'm actually going to just roll with it. Say maybe he just has his pencil. He's taking a very leisurely day today. Just has his pencil. That foot though. This back goes in a little more. And he has a tail. They really, I guess they skimped out on the tail because it is back behind everything. But it looks a little small for him. But maybe it's just right. I've never had a rat. Never really got to have a pet kind of like that. So I have no idea. Maybe that's the proper size for one. And I haven't really looked up said animal at all. So maybe that is right. Then in this hand he has a blueprint, but instead of like the cartoonish, I don't want to say cartoonish because there's blueprints that aren't. Well, I mean, a blueprint doesn't have to be on blue paper, but it's definitely what he's holding up, and It just for however many they for how many stereotypes there is about blue paper being a blueprint. I would have figured they would have gone with that, but just kind of makes sense though, because they I don't know if they would even have um, blue paper at that size. Then again, they have mini swords and all that other good stuff. So I'd be willing to say that they could probably get blue paper, make an actual blueprint. It's not too shabby. It's got a little patch on the cheek. Probably got nicked pretty good when he was building something. Yeah, here he is. But unfortunately, even though I just started it back up and it looks like we're getting ready to go, I'm gonna have to call it for there. So if you guys want to see the finished picture, where I actually color it in and line it and all that good stuff, stay tuned for a second part that I will upload later tonight. This is his belly area. How does one fix that? That looks maybe this part is a little too big. But anyway, yeah, I will upload a more finished pic later tonight as a sort of part 2 to this. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you later. Goodbye.